Hi, I'm Jeep Van Womer. I'm 32 years old, and I've been racing dirt late models for 7 years. I'd say my favorite race car driver to race against is Steve Casebolt and Scott Bloomquist. Steve Casebolt because he's the same age as, not same age as me, but we're close, and we're pretty competitive, and I just enjoy racing with him. And Scott, just for the simple fact that he's the man to beat, and he's the best. So when you beat the best, then you feel like you've accomplished something. It was Jason Smith that flipped his car last night, and you don't like to see anybody get hurt out here. We're all out here trying to have fun and make a living at it, and you just hate to see somebody get hurt. So just want to make sure that he was all right, and let him know that if there's anything you can do, you can help him out. My favorite race is the World 100, which is at Eldora Speedway. It's my favorite because it's the most prestigious that we race all year, and it's a great racetrack. So that's my favorite, and we're getting ready for that this year so far. Number 55, that's when I finished racing motocross. That was my last number, and the reason why is I just liked it. And then the Spider, it's something that the kids can relate to a little bit. It's more of a cartoonish character, something that you can get the kids involved a little bit with. So if I was running the show, what I would change, or in our sport, I think I would change the TV coverage. I'd try to get some more TV coverage. I know it's hard, but I think if some of the major sponsors actually seen the benefits of what our sport has as far as loyalty and the quality of the racing that we provide for the cost of it, I think some major sponsors would maybe get on board with us. As far as changing anything, I think I think in the last couple of years, a lot of the series have got more on board as far as having the rules closer together and stuff, so you can run pretty much anywhere you want and not have to change a bunch of things on your car. I think that's great. I just wish they would get together a little bit on the tire situation and get more centralized on fewer compounds and of tires, maybe 4 compounds or something to that effect, and and then everybody run the same stuff. So that would be the only thing I would change. I think our advantages and disadvantages as a team, the advantage is that we're young, and we got the drive to go out there and to want to win, and the drive to work hard. And in this sport, it's all about hard work until it pays off, and you got to put in a lot of hard work. So I think that's one of our advantages, is that we do put in the hard work to get there. One of our disadvantages, I think, is as far as we got to drive, and we do have to drive quite a little ways just to get to some good racetracks. I got a great crew, and that's another thing that's an advantage for me, is we get along really well, and my crew guys works real hard. So I'd say that's one of our advantages. We go to about 65 to 70 races a year. I think as far as our cost, I think it's right in probably to $200,000 to $250,000 to run a whole year, and pay your help, and buy fuel, and buy cars and parts that you need for cars, and even if you don't tear up stuff, you still have to replace things. So I'd say that's right about in the ballpark of where we're at. I think the sponsors that I'd like to put a shout out for is Delph Communications. He does all my press releases and keeps my website up to date. VP Fuels, JC Dubill, Sweet Manufacturing, Bryn Transmissions, All-Star Performance, and then our family businesses, Globe Technologies, Bayline Fire Services on site. The family really has been behind me and helped us get to where we're at today. I think I got about 2 or 3 other track records in my qualifying. I think one's at Fremont Speedway. Actually, I think the one that we had at Boswell, or Camp Motor Speedway, was broken last year, and then the one last night at Bloomington, Indiana. So it's neat to go ahead and have a track record, and hopefully it can last for quite a little while. In our heat race last night, we were pretty good. We actually were really well, and we got out front, and I was running the high line, and You can say I was sort of lollygagging a little bit. I wasn't pushing it too hard, just I didn't see any pressure really, so I wasn't pushing it too hard. And then right there at that last minute, Greg Johnson got underneath me and passed me, and then I had to step out my program quite a little bit, but it wasn't a big deal. There was only 3 heat races, so we ended up starting 4th in the feature. But usually you don't like to get passed when you're leading it. Yeah, we did. We had a pretty good car, and I started driving a ton better and just getting a little more aggressive. And we had him not pass, but we caught up to him, and then a lap car got in the way a little bit, and put us back another car length or 2. So we had to catch back up, but we just ran out of laps. We at the start of that race, we had gotten a little bit tight right there in 3 and 4 and pushed up a little bit, and when that happened, a guy got into my left rear quarter panel a little bit, and then there was a caution, so I stopped under the caution to ask them if they could pull the quarter panel off of my tire, and the gentleman said no, they couldn't do that, so I took back off to start racing again, or actually get back in line, and they told me I had to go to the rear because I stopped on the racetrack. So after trying to dispute it for a few minutes, I decided, well, if I'm going to have to go to the back, I might as well just go into the pits and get the quarter panel pulled off my tire. So once I come into the pits and had that pulled off and went back out, they said because I went into the pits that I couldn't come back on the racetrack. So it was a real disappointment for all of us. We really felt like we had the car to beat that night, and really wanted to go out there and get it done and put a show on for the fans. Brownstown's been tough on me before, but I think this car is pretty good. I think we'll be in good shape for tonight, so I'm pretty excited about it and ready to get out there and see what we got.